Israeli airstrike in Gaza kills at least 44 people, hits a police station. Israeli forces intensified strikes in Gaza City overnight, shelling densely populated areas and a police precinct, resulting in the deaths of at least 44 Palestinians and scores more wounded. Israeli Defense Forces versus Palestinian civilians and security personnel. Artillery fire that struck residential districts and a police station. Northern Gaza City, Gaza Strip, part of a broader military campaign against Hamas targets amid stalled ceasefire talks. This latest surge comes as Arab mediators, led by Egypt and Qatar, are drafting a proposal for a 5 to 7 year truce and hostage swap, efforts that have so far failed to halt hostilities. International criticism is mounting over civilian casualties and the 7-week blockade on Gazan imports, which France, Germany and Britain have called intolerable. 2. Wildfire in New Jersey's Pine Barrens prompts mass evacuation. The fast-moving blaze sparked by an improperly extinguished bonfire scorched over 15,000 acres in New Jersey's Pinelands, forcing some 3,000 residents from their homes and closing the Garden State Parkway. Ocean County Fire Service, 19-year-old Joseph Kling charged with arson. Jones Road wildfire burned 13.2 square miles, threatened 1,300 structures, 3,000 evacuees. Greenwood Forest Wildlife Management Area, Ocean County, New Jersey. Negligent bonfire left smoldering, arson charges filed against a local teenager. This could become New Jersey's largest wildfire since 2007. The state of emergency declared by Lieutenant Governor Tahisha Way underscores growing concerns about wildfire risks amid prolonged dry conditions in parts of the northeastern U.S. 3. India and Pakistan again teeter on the brink of war over Kashmir following a deadly attack on tourists in Pahalgam that claimed 26 lives. India and Pakistan have downgraded diplomatic ties, suspended a vital water-sharing treaty and closed their main border crossing and airspace. Governments of India and Pakistan, Kashmiri civilians, closure of Wagah border crossing, revocation of visas, suspension of the 1960 Indus Water Treaty. Disputed Kashmir region and across the India-Pakistan border. India blamed militants based in Pakistan for the ambush. Islamabad denies involvement. This escalation revives memories of past Indo-Pakistani wars in 1965 and 1971. Analysts warn that any unilateral water treaty suspension could be seen as an act of war by a country of 240 million people already facing drought-related challenges. 4. South Korea's ex-president Moon Jae-in denounces bribery indictment as political. Former President Moon Jae-in slammed prosecutors for abusing power in indicting him on alleged bribery charges, claiming the case is aimed at undermining his party ahead of June's election. Moon Jae-in, South Korea's prosecution service indictment over 217 million won, $150,000, in alleged bribes from an airline to his son-in-law. Seoul meeting with National Assembly Speaker Woo Won-sik. Moon says prosecutors are politically motivated, part of a pattern seen with past leader. Moon becomes the latest in a sequence of South Korean presidents facing post-term legal probes, Park Geun-hye, Lee Myung-bak and Roh Moo-yeon among them. His case adds volatility to a presidential race where his party's candidate, Lee Jae-myung, also battles corruption allegations. AP News. 5. Scottish national accused of hacking extradited to U.S. in Scattered Spider case. Tyler Buchanan, wanted for his alleged role in the Scattered Spider hacking ring, was flown from Spain to California to face charges of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. Tyler Buchanan, U.S. Justice Department extradition on charges of orchestrating phishing attacks to compromise dozens of corporate networks and cryptocurrency wallets. Arrested in Palma de Mallorca. Detained in California boasting membership in a group blamed for high-profile intrusions at Caesars Entertainment and MGM Resorts, among others. U.S. prosecutors recently unsealed indictments against 5 alleged Scattered Spider members. The case underscores growing international cooperation to combat organized cybercrime, with the FBI and CISA warning of increasingly aggressive ransomware and phishing campaigns.